when I went back to Mumbai. So when I got off from the taxi, I was wearing dhoti and kurta. So my neighbors, the friends, they became so sarcastic. They said, you know, you spent 1 year in Hong Kong. This is what you have done to yourself. They said you are not going to improve. They think that, you know, wearing Western clothes, that means improvement, right?
I think it's the other way around.
Huh?
It's the other way around.
Should be other way around. Yes, yes. Yes. Okay, so we chant the Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudhanam mantra first. We chant together. Take a deep breath in. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are discussing from the Canto 2 of Srimad Bhagavatam. What's the title of Canto 2? Have you read?
Creation.
Cosmic Creation. Yes. So
I was under the impression Canto 12. That's what Ishcon you had said that. आपने भेजा था ना recording last Ishcon में chapter 12 something like that.
no, that was from Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, text 12 and 13. Yeah. Yeah. So somebody sent me a message regarding this creation part, because I'm not sure whether you have read that message. It became very viral quite some time, a couple of years ago. Majorly, we speak about 10 incarnations, right, of Lord Vishnu, right? So they were saying that it matches with the explanation given by Darwin, by Charles Darwin. Darwin's theory of creation, evolution, not creation, evolution. Are you familiar with that? What does he say in his theory? Later on, he said there was some missing link in that. So he said that, you know, initially at the time of creation, the creatures were there in the reptile form, the sea creatures. Then slowly the evolution happened. Then they came to the land, and then on the land also animals, then half animals, half men, human beings, and then in that way the evolution took place, right? And he said that human beings generally they are the evolved form of monkeys. Have you heard that?
Yes.
Right? We were taught in
This
science,
this
right?
is his common theory. That's his
Common theory. Yes, yes. So we are familiar with that to a certain extent. How many of you agree with that? That human beings are evolved form of monkeys? Don't you agree that?
I don't agree because we talked about in हमारे कहीं ना कहीं मैंने सुना है सत्संग में that is not true.
Why you say it's not true?
वो याद नहीं आ रहा.
Because I think I don't know it's correct because when Brahma created, he created one man and woman, not in monkey form first. He created first man and first woman and send them to earth.
Send them to earth. Then what happened?
Just to, go on with the generation.
Then he forbid them not to eat apple, right? Something like that.
In Hinduism also that Manu was there.
Manu script.
Yeah, so that's why we are called Manav, right? We are the progeny of Manu. There was a joke, you know, one engagement was arranged between a young boy and girl. So they were going out on a date. So the man, the young boy told the girl, you know, I've heard that, you know, we are descendants of Manu. So the girl said, actually, I heard from my grandfather that we are the evolved form of monkeys. Boy said, I don't know about your family background, but my family background. So see, the thing is that in the scriptures, Bhagavatam, it is mentioned the first incarnation in Satya Yuga was the fish incarnation, Matsya Avatar, right? Now, how did that Matsya Avatar manifested? How did it come? Matsya Avatar?
You want to know the story? I mean, are you asking story?
Asking if you know.
And anybody else wants to know? Go ahead. Story क्या था कि the king had a lot of pride that or something, so he went to take a fish and then he brought, oh, fish said, can you please save me, और ऐसे कुछ था, तो वो अपने घर में ले आया, रखा एक बर्तन में, and then so made fish, फिर बड़ी हो गई, फिर बर्तन बड़ा किया, फिर बर्तन change किया, like that until he realized, this is my ego that I'm Mahan and great and whatever.
Correct. Yeah. So see, if they say that that initially the living beings, they were manifested in the water, aquatics. So how come king was there at that time? King is a human being, right? Right. So that doesn't match. Darwin's theory doesn't make any sense. So you're right that King Satyavrata, when he was doing argyam to the sun god, so when he took the water from the river, so he saw a small fish. So he did not want to leave the fish in the water because he thought, the other bigger creatures will kill the fish, eat the fish. So he felt compassion towards the fish and he brought the fish home to the palace. So he put fish in the big pot. Fish increased in size. So in that way, he kept on increasing the size of the pots, but then the fish size also was increasing bigger than the pot size. Then he brought the fish again back to the sea. So when he put the fish back in the sea, fish increased in size, very huge. King could not see the head and tail of the fish. Then king was leaving. Then the fish spoke to him that don't leave me here, otherwise the other creatures which are bigger than me, they will eat me. And that was the objective. That's why you saved me, right? So king said, I cannot find any place in my palace where I can accommodate you. So then the fish incarnation, Lord Vishnu, told him that after a certain time, you need to bring all the herbs and the 7 sages. I will bring a boat also at the shore of the ocean, and you board that boat. So to protect all the herbs, the seeds of the plants, everything, the food items, and the 7 sages, then I will go around because that's the time of devastation. Devastation happens at different intervals, right? Brahma's 12 hours, we have 14 Manus in Brahma's 12 hours. That is in one day of Brahma. So 14 Manus, they are born in a particular sequence. Now we are in the 7th Manu. I'm not sure whether you pay attention when you do any sankalpa or something, when you do the puja. So in that it is said, the Vaivashvata Manmantare. So this is the Vaivashvat Manu. So that's the 7th Manu. So 7 Manus still remaining. So that is only Brahma's 12 hours. And after 12 hours, Brahma's 12 hours are over. Then 12 hours night. So that time Brahma takes rest. So when that Brahma takes rest after 12 hours, that means one day, devastation happens, partial devastation happens. So that was a time in Satya Yuga that partial devastation was happening. So Lord Vishnu wanted to protect all the seeds and the knowledge. The knowledge was in the form of 7 sages, Saptarishi. At that time, till that those 12 hours were now going on, Brahma's 12 hours, he was taking them around in the sea. So that was, I'm just telling in brief, that was Matsya incarnation, Matsya avatar of Lord Vishnu. Then the second one is Kurma avatar, tortoise, right? Now why Lord appeared in that form? Yes, the churning of the ocean. Correct.
To hold the mountain.
Yes.
To support the mountain.
To support the mountain. So the thing started, demigods and demons, they always are inimical to each other, right? So Lord Indra prayed to Lord Vishnu how the demigods can be protected, how the heavenly planets can be protected from the demons. So Lord Vishnu said, actually now the time is in favor of the demons. So you don't fight with them. You make truce with them. Samjhauta. And there are so many valuables which are in the womb of the ocean. So you churn the ocean, you will get all the valuables. And the last one will be the nectar. So I will give you that. I will feed that nectar to you. And after that, demons will not be able to harm you. So now you make truce with the demons. So Lord Indra went to Bali, King Bali, the king of demons. And then they agreed. So they prayed to the Lord, how can we churn? The Lord said, that Sumeru mountain, as Kiranji said, you bring that you use as a rod. And Vasuki, snake, that you use as a rope to churn. So now initially when they started, that process started, the demons were asked to hold the tail of the snake. So demons felt insulted. They said, how can we hold the tail? We want to hold the mouth of the snake. But when they started churning, the Sumeru mountain was sinking in the water. So demons and demigods, they were quite anxious how to do it. Then the Lord appeared in the form of tortoise. So he held the Sumeru mountain on his back. But still, the demons and demigods, they were not strong enough at that time because demigods had not had nectar yet. So they were not strong enough. So they were feeling very tired. They were not able to churn properly. So Lord appeared again in the form of Hari. Then both sides he held the snake, the tail and the mouth, and he was churning. So when the speed, the momentum picked up, then he told the demons and demigods to continue. So when the demons were holding the base of the head of the snake, he was emitting fumes, poisonous fumes. So the demons could not tolerate that. But now they are the one who wanted that. So they could not say anything. They had to tolerate that. So anyway, then 14 different kinds of valuables came from the ocean. One of them is goddess Lakshmi, right? So she is considered as the daughter of the Samudra Dev, correct? So that's why, when
At this time, Lakshmi and Dhanvantari same.
No.
Dhanvantari got married.
He was the last one who brought the nectar. So that's the reason it is said, normally whenever any Diwali puja is done, Lakshmi puja is done, so whatever offerings are made to the 9 planets and to the forms, Kalash, all those should be immersed in the sea. So when the creatures in the sea, they are fed, particularly on Diwali day, during the 5 days of Diwali period, Lakshmi Devi is very pleased. Because the creatures in the sea, they are like her siblings. So when they are fed, the Lakshmi Devi is very pleased. So coming back to the point, so yes, the last part was the nectar, Dhanvantari, we brought the nectar. And that nectar was given to the demigods. At that time also,
Can I pause you? So when we सब समुद्र में दिवाली के दिन डालते हैं, so shall we also give away the fruit in the समुद्र?
everything.
If somebody पंडित से पंडित ले जाता है वो.
Normally, that's actually injunction given in the scriptures. So everything should be immersed in the water. Yeah, yeah. If it is not possible, then under any tree you can put where people should not step over. So there also the small germs and worms and everybody can eat. So those creatures, when they are fed, particularly during that period, then Lakshmi ji is very pleased. So the nectar was supposed to be given to the demigods. Now demons, because they were very powerful, they immediately snatched the pot from Dhanvantari, Lord Dhanvantari. And they did not want to share with demigods. At that time, Lord appeared in the form of Mohini, right? And demigods, they were so quite captivated by the beauty of the Mohini. So whatever she was asking them, they were doing. So slowly, in the form of Mohini, Lord Vishnu gave that nectar, fed that nectar to the demigods. But Rahu and Ketu, they thought something is not right here. So they went and sat between sun and moon, next to sun and moon. So when Mohini incarnation gave that nectar to Rahu, so immediately the sun god and the moon pointed finger. He is not a demigod, he is a demon. So immediately at that time, his head was cut off, right? So Rahu does not have the body, only the head. And that's why when the eclipse happens, so it happens only for the short period of time. That is according to the scriptures, of course. Because the scientific reason is something different. The earth comes between sun and moon, something like that. So that eclipse doesn't last, because whenever Rahu swallows sun planet or the moon planet, from the mouth it comes back from the throat, comes out from the throat. So that period when it is there, the sun planets and moon planets, they are in the throat area of Rahu, is very painful for them. And that's the reason during that period some devotional service is supposed to be done, spiritual practice is supposed to be done, and that fruits of that, whatever spiritual practice people do, that is to be given to sun and moon, whichever eclipse is there, to get their blessings. So that was Mohini incarnation. So that was the first time when Mohini, Lord Vishnu, appeared in the Mohini form. Again he appeared in the Mohini form. When was that?
Repeat your question.
Lord Vishnu appeared second time in the Mohini form, and when was that?
So I think was it? Yeah, it was Lord Shiva gave one boon to that the Bhasmasur, that whoever he touches on the head will be vanished.
Mhm.
And then where Lord Vishnu came to save Lord Shiva,
Mhm.
because that Bhasmasur went and attacked Lord Vishnu or Lord Shiva only.
Yes.
I'm going to
Burn you to
burn
ashes.
you.
Yes.
Try it on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he start dancing, and then in the dance form, then the touched his head, and then
Correct. Correct. So before that also, Lord appeared in the Mohini form. That was the third time Lord appeared in the Mohini form. Before that, because Lord Shiva is known as Param Vaishnava, the supreme Vaishnava, topmost Vaishnava. So he went to Vaikuntha planet and told Lord Vishnu, I have seen all your forms, all your incarnations. Only one form I have not seen. And Lord Vishnu asked him, what is that? Which form you are talking about? Then he said, Mohini form. So Lord Vishnu told him, you are a great yogi. Lord Shiva also is known as Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara is the originally it is name of Lord Krishna, but he gave that name to Lord Shiva also. So that form, Lord Vishnu said, is for bhogis, not for yogis. So better you don't ask me to show you that. Lord Shiva said, no, I am your devotee, and it has my right. It's my right, to see that form. So Lord Vishnu said, when the time is appropriate, I will show you that. So once Lord Shiva was sitting with Mother Parvati in a garden under a banyan tree. At that time, he saw one beautiful woman playing with a ball, very, very thin sari and all that. So Lord Shiva was very much captivated by the beauty. At that time, he did not realize this is the form Lord Vishnu has taken to show him. So Lord Shiva could not control himself. And when that Mohini form, in that Mohini form, Lord Vishnu was teasing him, with the gesture of the eyes and face and all that. So Lord Shiva could not control him. He started teasing. He forgot about Mother Parvati sitting next to him. And then he started chasing. So purposely, deliberately, Lord Vishnu in the Mohini form went all around the hermitages of the great yogis and sages to show them that Lord Vishnu's Maya is so powerful, even Lord Shiva also cannot control that. At that time, Lord Shiva could not control himself and he released his vital fluid. And then he came to his senses. Oh, what happened, to me? Actually, this woman is none other than my worshipable Lord, Lord Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu blessed him at that time. So it is said that that vital fluid, some droplets fell on the Earth planet where the gold mines were created. And the major part was in the space, but it was generating so much heat, so much of potency. It had Lord Shiva's vital fluid. Small creatures could not tolerate that. So Lord Shiva requested Pavan Dev, wind god, to hold it for some time. Lord Pavan, the wind god also, Pavan Dev also could not hold it for a long time. He told Lord Shiva, I cannot tolerate the strength, potency of this, the energy of this. So Lord Shiva said, that part you put in the womb of Anjali Devi. And then Hanuman was born from that. That's why Hanuman is considered as Lord Shiva's incarnation, Lord Shiva's form. So that was the time Lord Vishnu appeared again in the Mohini form, just to show Lord Shiva. And he pressed Lord Shiva that whoever reads this part of the pastime from the Bhagavatam, that person will not be affected by the Cupid. By the Cupid, Kamadev will not be affected by Cupid. Yeah. So that was the Mohini form. First time was when the nectar was to be given to the demigods. What's the reason that Lord Vishnu wanted demigods to drink nectar? After drinking nectar, they became Amar, immortal. Demigods, they never die. They fall down after their duration is over. They fall down, but they don't die like human beings. We die. They just fall down to the earth planet, or sometimes they are pushed down by the demons to the earth planet, but they don't die. They are Amar. So why Lord Vishnu wanted demigods to have that nectar? They drink the nectar and they become Amar. After that only it is said, they never grow old, they never become weak, they don't feel tired.
Something like that.
No, not the demons. Actually, he insulted Durvasa Muni.
Oh yes, yes.
He insulted Durvasa Muni.
Yes.
Yeah, because he became so proud after he did the yagna and all that. He became so proud. So once Durvasa Muni he visited the heavenly planet, and Lord Indra was sitting on an elephant. So Lord Durvasa Muni, just out of respect, offered garland to Indradev. So Indradev put the garland on the elephant. So that elephant took it with his trunk and threw it and crushed it. So Durvasa Muni became very angry. Then he cursed him. And that's why at that time, after the curse of Durvasa Muni, demons, when they attacked heavenly planets, Indradev could not do anything. So yes, you're right in that sense. So coming back to this point, why Lord Vishnu wanted demigods to drink nectar? Amrit.
My only logic could be that if there are demons, you need to have the good and the bad. Then only at least protection is there from the bad demons, So
Yeah, one part is protection. It may sound a bit funny, but that's factual also. Can you imagine if the sun god says, I want to go on a sick leave? Huh? Then what will happen to the life on the earth planet? Not only on the earth planet, the whole universe.
It will always be dark. It will always be extremely cold.
Yeah.
Our body can't take that temperature, and then
Yeah.
andhera. So eventually, the human race will die if sun is not there.
Correct. So because Lord Vishnu wanted all these demigods to work 24/7 by 365, right? No sick leave. Because they don't have any excuse now. They don't fall sick. After drinking nectar, they cannot fall sick. So that excuse won't work. Right? So that was one of the main reasons to give them nectar. So that was the incarnation of Kurma we were talking about. After Kurma incarnation, how that, the evolution that in the scriptures also it is mentioned. Then half reptile or the sea creature, water creature, and half land, and that was Varaha. That is mentioned in the second canto also briefly, second and third canto. And who is that Varaha Dev? Why did he appear? Varaha Dev also appeared twice. Boar incarnation. Yes, boar incarnation. Yeah. Yes. Both times it was that he has to bring the earth planet back on the surface of the water. So first time, Hiranaksha and the Hiranyakashipu. Yeah. So the first time also when the earth got submerged into the water, deep into the water, and at that time Manu was born. So Lord Brahma told Manu to Swayambhu Manu to get married and do procreation, activity of procreation. But he said, if I produce children, where the children will stay because there is no land. So at that time, Lord Brahma prayed to Lord Vishnu, and then he came in the form of Varahadev. He went at the depth of the ocean, and on his tusk he brought the earth back. So that was Shweta Varaha, white. His hue was very like the moon, full moon, white. So that's Shweta Varaha. Shweta means white. And second time, as Kiranji was saying, that Hiranyaksha, after doing the austerity, they both Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, they pleased Lord Brahma and they got so many boons, right? Huh? Brahma, Lord Brahma. So then Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, both of them became very proud. So Hiranyaksha, he pushed the earth planet down again. So that time, Varahadev appeared from the nostril of Lord Brahma. And then he became a big gigantic form and he went. So he had to fight with Hiranyaksha. So because he was angry when he was fighting with Hiranyaksha, so his original white form, white hue, turned into red color. So that is Raktavara. So first one is Shvetavara, the second one is Raktavara. Rakt means blood, red color. So that was the incarnation Varahadev. After that, the Narsingha form, Lord Narsinghadev. He appeared to protect his devotee Prahlad, right? And then he killed Hiranyakashipu. He fought with Hiranyakashipu and then he killed him. So that was half lion, half
lion, half man.
half human, right?
From here, half lion, and here, half.
So why did he have to take that form, that particular form?
Because the boom.
The boom.
What kind of boon was given to Hiranyakashipu?
Neither the man nor animal.
Not in the daytime, not at night, right?
Not in and out.
Not in the sky, not on the land, correct? Not inside the house, not outside the house, correct? Not by any weapon, living or dead weapon. Some weapons are dead and some weapons are living, because after chanting the mantra, when those weapons are released, they become alive, they have life, and they target the particular, they hit the particular target. So that's why they're called living weapons. So neither living weapons nor dead weapons, correct? What else?
No weapon or no hand. That's the weapon.
No, that the nails were used as weapon.
Yeah. But there was no weapon, not by hand or not by weapon.
Not hand, no, not living weapon or the dead weapon, and not by any living being created by Brahma. So how smart he was. He wanted to become immortal. Brahma said, I myself am not immortal. So how can I give you that boon? If I don't have, how can I give it to you? Then Hiranyakashipu covered himself in this way. Not any creature created by Lord Brahma, and not even any of the 12 months originally created by Brahma. So he thought, now he's immortal because he cannot be killed by anyone. So then Lord Vishnu appeared in the Narsingha form, half lion, half human. And then he killed him on the doorsteps, neither inside nor outside. And on his lap, put him on his lap. So neither in the sky or on the land. Now the nails, they are living and dead at the same time. Because they grow. That means they have life, right? But when we clip them, we don't feel any pain. So they are dead matter. So at the same time, they are living and dead. See how everything was covered. And Lord Vishnu is not created by Brahma. Brahma is created by Lord Vishnu. Right? And 13th month was created at that time, Purushottam month. Yeah. So that was created by Lord Vishnu. And after he killed Hiranyakashipu, he chastised Lord Brahma. Next time, don't give these kind of boons to people.
He has to find a middle way to come out.
Yeah. So, sometimes living beings, they think that, they are very clever, very smart, very cunning. But when it comes to cheating part, nobody can cheat Krishna. He is the biggest cheater. He says that, I am the biggest cheater and I am the the most clever thief. Like he says, in the form of death, he steals the soul away from the body. Relatives are around the person. Nobody can stop him. So he's the biggest thief. Nobody can stop him. Nobody can catch him. So all these qualities, when we talk about, what Krishna possesses in the maximum, unlimited quantity. So that was the Nrsimha incarnation. And then Vamana Dev, dwarf incarnation, a Brahmana boy. So he went to the venue where the yagna was done. Yes.
So, Bali is mentioned even in the, as the demon god, even when the churning of the ocean was being done. And Bali is it the same Bali?
Yeah. Same Bali.
He lived how long? So long.
Yes. They used to live very long life. They used to, even the sages also. Like Durvasa Muni, he was there in a Satya Yuga. He was there in Dwapar Yuga also. In Mahabharata, he is mentioned. Durvasa Muni. The sages also used to very long life. Yugas, not only years, but yugas.
So Satyug, Treta-yug, Dwapar.
Yes. Yeah. So, Vamana Dev, he went to the venue where Bali Maharaj was doing the yagna. The reason Bali Maharaj was doing the yagna because he forcefully captured the kingdom, heavenly kingdom. So then his guru Shukracharya told him, now you have captured it, you have defeated the demons. Demigods have run away. But to qualify to hold that position of Lord Indra, you need to do Ashwamedh Yagya, 100 Ashwamedh Yagyas. And after that only you will be qualified to stay in that position. So Bali Maharaj was doing that yagna. So when he completed 99 yagnas, when he was doing the 100th one, at that time Vamana Dev appeared in the form of dwarf in Brahmana boy. He went there and he asked for. Now Bali Maharaj, one good thing was because he was grandson of Prahlad. So very charitable person, very generous. Especially he was very respectful toward Brahmanas. So when he saw that, then he asked, what can I do for you? So Vamana said that I want 3 steps of land. So Bali Maharaj laughed. He said, no, if you take 3 steps, you are so small. How much land can you get? So I can give you big town, big city. So Vamana said, no, greed is not good for a Brahmana. I want only 3 steps. At that time, Shukracharya told him, don't be mistaken. He's not a Brahmana boy. He's Lord Vishnu himself. He's come here to cheat you. But Bali Maharaj said, now I already promised him. So I cannot go back from my words. At least, in those days, demons, they had some character. They were not like today's politicians, After they say, I take my words back. How can anybody take the words back? Words are already recorded in the speech, right? So Bali Maharaj said, I cannot do that. Once I promised. But then Shukracharya, in scriptures, there are some loopholes. Shukracharya told him that, yes, you did make a promise to him, but you did not do any sankalpa. So in the scriptures it is said, if you say something without sankalpa and you don't fulfill that,
Okay. That's why nobody does sankalpa nowadays.
yes. So then Bali Maharaj said, okay, then I will do the sankalpa. So he brought the count. Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Taking a vow. Promise. So he took the kamandal with the knob and then the nose, right? What do you call? Nose or noose? Noose, right? So when he was going to do, at that time also Shukracharya went inside that kamandal in a small form and stopped the flow of the water. So when the water was not coming out, then Bali Maharaj also was surprised. Then Lord Vishnu knew, Vamananda knew. He took a straw, kusha grass, and poked inside. So Bali Maharaj lost his one eye. That means it is said, Vamananda made him to have one equal vision, should not have any discrimination. So from that time onwards, it is said Shukracharya has only one eye. So then Bali Maharaj did the sankalpa.
Anyway, he's always only helping the असुरों का ही भला करता रहता है. He deserves.
Correct.
But then isn't Bali Maharaj is supposed to be one of the Chiranjeevis that are supposed to help Kalki and
Yes. I'll come to that. Very valid point you raised. Thank you. So then after that, when Bali Maharaj did the Sankalpa, then Lord Vamanadev increased in size. His head was not even being seen. So in first step, he covered the whole Earth planet. Second, all the other planetary systems. He raised his foot so high, he pierced the Mahatattva, the water, which is like a division between the material world and the spiritual world. He put the hole in that, and from that the water fell, and that water was collected by Lord Brahma, and that is Ganges water. That's why Ganges water is not an ordinary water. Scientists, they have done so many experiments to find out, from the filthiest place they have collected the samples, they cannot find any bacteria in that.
I don't agree with you because once I drank by mistake Ganga water and I was sick for 4 days. I vomited, I don't know what, after that I...
Was it original Ganga water?
क्या हुआ, एक पूजा हवन चल रहा था, देन उसमें ना गंगा पानी ये वो लाया था, फिर देयर वाज लंच अवेलेबल, खाना पीना, तो पानी था, तो मी बीइंग नॉटी आई थॉट ठीक है प्रसाद लिया सब लिया, तो गंगा nobody drank, I didn't know where was our group was there, but मैंने उसमें से पानी पिया, गंगा में से थोड़ा लेके पानी पिया, आई थॉट ठीक है गंगा था, इतना सुनते हैं गंगा गंगा महान है, ये है वो है, ओके पी लिया. We were more than 25 people in our group with Swamiji. Nobody felt sick, only I felt sick. Then wondering क्या हुआ, why is it that हम लोग खाना सेम खा रहे हैं, सब इकट्ठे कर रहे हैं, सिर्फ मैं क्यों बीमार हुई? So then digging after second, third day, Swamiji asked, what is it that you did over? I said, Swamiji, I was naughty and मैंने altar से थोड़ा गंगा पानी पी लिया, एक चम्मच. That was the only thing I did different from our group. And I was sick, vomiting like hell. I don't know गंदा कितना गंदा पानी था, क्या था. पूजा में वो इस्तेमाल किया, and then after that I am very scared of गंगा पानी.
See, one thing you need to understand, if it was pure Ganga water, it generally doesn't cause that kind of problem, because you can keep Ganga water years and decades, it doesn't go bad. Now, don't feel bad. Ganga has purifying effect, right?
Yeah.
If it can purify us from the sins, it can purify our body also, right? So you can just take it as a purification of your body.
This is in Uttarkashi, our group Uttarkashi लिया होगा, वहाँ से जो गंगा बह रही है, वहाँ से सीधा एक ग्लास लिया होगा.
Yeah. So just take it as a blessing of Ganga, you just cleanse your system. Yeah. It helps you actually to cleanse your system. Others were not qualified to be cleansed.
Maybe I was the naughty one and the others were serious others.
Yeah, so generally they say, the scientists, they have tried so many different ways to check. They have added some bacteria in the water, they cannot survive. Because it's not water from the material world, it's from the Mahatattva. Lord Vamana, they brought it now. Then there was no space left for him to put the third step. Then he asked Bali Maharaj. Now then he told him, that you are breaking your promise. You took a vow, you did the Sankalpa, now you have to be punished. So that time, Bali Maharaj told him that, you put your head on, your foot on my head, third step. At that time, Bali Maharaj's wife, she came forward and she offered very nice prayers to Lord Vishnu in Vamanadev form. He was very pleased. She told him, my husband has misconception. He thinks that, he's very intelligent. That's why he's king of all the demons. But he's not. Vamanadev asked him, why you say that? She said that he's still thinking that his body belongs to him. That's why he told you to put your foot on the head. Actually, this body also is given by the elements which you produce. So, rightfully, he cannot say that this body is mine and you can put your foot on my head, because it is already belongs to you. Vamanadev was so pleased with that. And then he promised Bali Maharaj, because before also in the Nrsingadev Leela, he promised Prahlad Maharaj that his future generations also will be liberated and they will be protected. So Bali Maharaj was Prahlad Maharaj's grandson. So did not want to kill him. So he told him that I will push you down to the lowest planet, hellish planet. But my Sudarshan disc will protect you there. And You have that hellish planet, though it is hell, but it will be much more opulent than Lord Indra's heavenly planet. And I promise you that the 8th Manvantara, you will become the King Indra. That means we are in the 7th Manvantara. In the next Manvantara, Bali Maharaj will become Lord Indra. So that promise he got. So in a way, he got blessings, not so much of punishment. So that was Vamana Dev. After that, which form?
But I have a question. You said Prahlad. So the Samudra Mantara happened after Prahlad.
No, now see, it's very good, interesting point you raised. The incarnations,
Because I'm confused now.
incarnations which are mentioned in the scriptures, especially in the Bhagavatam, they are not in chronological order.
No, I know. So that's what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
Bali was present then, and if he's Prahlad's grandson, then obviously Samudra Mantara happened after.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes, yes.
Right?
From that sense, yes,
Yeah.
logically it makes. But as I said, these incarnations not in chronological order. They are mentioned in this way, but different yugas, different manvantaras happen. So we cannot say that we have to follow the sequence like that, right?
But isn't it like the first avatar and the second avatar?
As they are mentioned in the scriptures. So, but the point I started discussing this, Dharmin said, the evolution happened in that way, in that sequence. So some people, they equate these two things together. They connect the dots, but actually it is not like that.
Yeah, even I read somewhere.
Yeah,
The
I
Bahar
heard that
is
that's
the
a
first,
evolution. That's
chronologically the first.
Correct. In second canto, when we talk about this cosmic creation, Vara avatar is the first one which is mentioned. Yeah. Because it happened when Manu was ordered by Lord Brahma to get married and do the recreational activity. At that time, Varadev appeared already. And after that, because Satyavrat Muni is Manu's, Brahma's grandson, great grandson or grandson. So after Manu, he came. So at the time of Manu, Varadev was already there, right? And after that, Matsya Avatar came, correct? So after, when we are talking about the sequence which is mentioned in the Bhagavatam, so after
Ram.
Vamana Dev,
We are now on the 7th. So Ram,
before
Krishna,
Ram,
Buddha and Kalki.
before Ram, Parshuram.
But
Parshuram.
Parshuram is not considered in the 10, right? Like Mohini Avatar also is not considered in
No.
the 10.
No, Parshuram is considered in the 10th one, 10 incarnation. See, in the Bhagavatam, main important incarnations which are mentioned, there are 24. Mohini incarnation is in that. Hayagrama incarnation is that.
No,
Hari also.
Like Dhanvantari is also a form of Vishnu, but that's
Yes.
not in the 10.
No, no. So 10 incarnations which are main, which are mentioned in the Bhagavatam, and many people, they know about those 10 incarnations, and they don't know the rest of the 14 incarnations. Yeah.
Which chapter
It's
is
Parshuram versus
24?
Buddha.
Sorry?
I think we Buddha. Like I think some people they don't count Parshuram. They do Ram, Krishna, Buddha, then Kalki.
And some people, they consider Parshuram, and they, of course, Krishna is not an incarnation. Instead of Krishna, they say Balaram. Yeah. So, Parshuram, why did Parshuram appear? There are objects in the mission they had to accomplish.
I don't know, they have to wage wars and 12 something, you have to kill 12,000?
21 generations.
Sorry, yeah.
21 generations of the, because Kshatriya warriors, see this arrogance in the material world, these vices are always there. In Kali Yuga, they are more prominent, all these vices, but in previous yugas also they were there, right? So Kshatriya warriors, the kings, they became so proud. So they started torturing the citizens, levying more heavy taxes for their enjoyment. So Parshuram wanted to completely smash these Kshatriya warriors. So 21 generations of the Kshatriya warriors were killed by Parshuram using his axe.
So all the avatars actually came like more to restore dharma.
Yes, yes.
So that was the main purpose.
Yes, yes. To restore, because Kshatriyas, they were not following the code of conduct what they were supposed to follow, code of conduct, to protect the citizens. So instead of protecting the citizens, they were exploiting them for their personal enjoyment. So then Parshuram killed them. And you see that Parshuram was there during Lord Ram's Sita Swayamvar ceremony, right? He became so angry when Lord Ram broke that Shiva's bow, correct? He became so angry. Then Parshuram, he wanted to see whether Lord Ram, or his incarnation, real incarnation of Lord Vishnu or not. So he gave him that bow which was given to him by Lord Vishnu, Parshuram. It was not so difficult for Lord Ram to carry that. Then Parshuram believed that. Then he said, now my mission is over. Now it is your yoga. You take care of the yoga,
Then isn't
the Treta
Parshuram
Yoga.
also still alive? He's
Sorry?
also a Chiranjeevi, right?
Who?
Parshuram.
Yes, yes. Because he was there in the Rajasuya Yagya of Maharaj Yudhishthir. He was there. He is the one who taught the archery to Bhishma Dev, Bhishma Dev's guru, and Karuna's guru also, Parshuram. So he was there in the Dwapar Yuga also. But he kind of, he renounced. He said, I will not actively fight. I will not wage any war with anyone. But he was teaching as a guru.
Yeah, he also was महाभारत में ना वो जो अम्बा अंबिका अंबालिका जो one of those that was
Amba, first one,
तो
yes.
उसने भी परशुराम से she went and झगड़ा किया and all that. Why, I cannot do that.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. So at that time, she went and surrendered herself to Parshuram and said, your disciple, Bhishma Dev, he is the cause. So then Parshuram had to fight with Bhishma Dev, but he could not defeat him. Because on the earth planet, Parshuram was Bhishma Dev's guru. And Bhishma Dev had his gurus in the heavenly planets also. Vrihaspati was his guru. So because of the, he had the divine weapons. He was blessed with divine weapons. So Parshuram could not defeat him. So Parshuram said, it will not be good for you as a disciple that you defeat your guru. So better you retreat. Then Bhishma Dev left the battlefield. And then Parshuram told Amba that, I cannot help you anymore. And then she became very angry. Then she did the austerity, and then she was born as Draupadi's brother, Shikhandi. Yeah. Right? So Parshuram was there. After Parshuram was Lord Ramachandra. Yesterday I mentioned to you something. Do you remember? About 4 brothers, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughan. Yes. The four the 4 items which are carried by Lord Vishnu. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Shankh, that's a conch. Chakra is the disc. Gada is the mace. And lotus flower, Padma. So these 4 brothers are incarnations of those 4 things which are carried. That I need to check.
I think Lakshman is always very attached
Ah,
and very like
maybe. Lord Ramachandra is, of course, is a conch. Shankh. Lord Ramachandra, very calm, very peaceful. Maryada, Purushottam.
Somewhere it's mentioned Krishna.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Lakshman is Sheshna.
So
He's, yes, in that form also is right. Ananta Shesh.
yeah, that's what.
things that are Vishnu holding, उसमें शेषनाग नहीं है.
हाँ, उसमें शेषनाग नहीं है, but see the potency of Sheshnag is there in Lord Lakshman. Sheshnag's potency is there. Yesterday, when I was telling you, just briefly, I will touch this point. We talked about Kevat, right, who was washing the feet of Lord Ramachandra before allowing them to. It is said, when Kevat was talking to Lord Ramachandra, he wanted to wash his feet. Lord Ramachandra looked at Lakshman and Sita and he laughed. It is said that the whole Leela of Lord Ramachandra never laughed like that wholeheartedly. Laughing. He would have always smiled. Very beautiful smile, Saloni smile on his face. But he never laughed like that. On that occasion, he laughed, looking at Mother Sita and Lakshman. So, reminding both of them, reminding Mother Sita that your father, Janak Maharaj, he just washed my right big toe. Normally, at the wedding time, the man's toe is washed, right? So, only he washed one toe and he gave you in wedding. He's not going, Kevat is not going to give me anything. He's going to wash my whole feet, but I'm not going to get anything from him, right? And then he looked at Lakshman and laughed because he reminded Lakshman, because Ananda Shesha, he said, in the previous life, this Kevat was a tortoise. So he was trying to climb and he wanted to touch my feet. But you were hitting him with your hood and eventually he died. So you did not allow him to touch my feet when he was in the tortoise form. But now in your presence, he is going to wash my feet and you cannot do anything to him. That's why he laughed. Sorry, this was just out of the context. So yes, so Lord Ramachandra. After Lord Ramachandra was Balaram. He also is treated as incarnation of the Ananta Sheshanath. Why Lord Balaram appeared as the elder brother before he was younger brother? Lord Ramachandra's younger brother, Ananta Shesh. Huh?
Prepared everything.
Yeah, to prepare everything. But because when he was his Lord Ramachandra's younger brother, he had to suppress his desires many times. He was not agreeable to Lord Ramachandra many times, but he had to agree because he was younger. That was the etiquette he had to follow. So then he told that in the next Leela, I'll become your elder brother. So Lord Ramachandra told him, whether you are younger or older, you'll have to regret. You'll have to regret. So Lakshman said, we'll see that. But it happened. When Arjuna was going to get married to Subhadra, Balaram was completely against that. So against that he wanted to kill Arjuna. But when Krishna explained to them everything logically, then Balaram had to give in. So Krishna reminded him, see, now you're older to me, but still I have the say, last say, I have the last say, right? So coming back to that, so after Balaram is Buddha. Now why did Buddha appear? Why did Vishnu appear in the form of Buddha? See, this is very interesting point I want to share with you. Because at that time also, the many so-called Brahmanas, in the pretext of doing yagnas, they were sacrificing animals because they were fond of eating meat. Brahmanas. So then Lord wanted to stop that nonsense. Of course, because it is mentioned in the Vedas. But
what is mentioned in the Veda? That do not eat meat?
No, after sacrificing animal, one can eat meat.
One can eat meat.
But that provision was made mainly for the Kshatriya warriors, so that they have that passion, that anger to fight, not for common people. The priest who was allowed to do that kind of sacrifice, where the animals were sacrificed, that was a proper, specific community of the priests. And there was proper procedure, and mostly the goats were sacrificed, not any other animal. Why goats? Ahankar, right? So the animals, who had ahankar, they were sacrificed. And the Brahmana who would do the who conduct the sacrificial ceremony, he would whisper in the ears of the goat, that you have been sacrificed, you're going to be sacrificed, and because you're going to be sacrificed for the higher cause, for the human beings, for the warriors, so you will be immediately promoted in the next life as a human being. You don't have to wait in the queue as evolvement. And if due to any mistake which I commit while doing the ceremony, and because of my mistake, if your promotion is stopped, then I'll take the birth as a goat and you can kill me in my next life. Mam sa, I'll become like you. Mam sa is like you. We say mas in short form, right? But actually word is mam sa. I'll become like you and you can kill me. So that was a provision. So it became a very common practice at that time. So Lord Vishnu wanted to stop that. So he came in the form of Lord Buddha. He was so beautiful, so effulgent. Then he told people, just reject all the Vedas, only listen to me. So then people rejected all the Vedas. All the Vedas were rejected at that time. He said, don't follow the Vedas. There are so many contradictions between Vedas. So just whatever I'm telling you, you follow. And people started following. So he established the principle of ahimsa, non-violence. But again, Lord Vishnu wanted, because Vedas is also coming from the Lord. So he wanted to re-establish, like Anushka said about re-establishing the religious principles, Vedas. He came in the form of Shankaracharya. Lord Shiva, he asked Lord Shiva to incarnate as Shankaracharya and re-promote the Vedic injunctions. So he came in the form of Shankaracharya. So now, broadly speaking, in India, we have 4 main Shankaracharyas in charge of each Veda, like that. So then the Vedic literature came into existence again, manifested again. Then the 10th incarnation will become.
So why is it that Buddhism, it is not so promoted in India, whereas in the East Asia, it's way more than in India. जबकि India में पैदा हुआ, India में, what is the reason? Was he expelled? I heard he was expelled from India because.
No, he was not expelled.
Somebody told me that.
Okay.
So because he said no Vedas, and because so that person told me, how can you tell Hindus no Vedas? So because you are telling no Vedas, which you just come from yes, Buddha saying no Veda, that is why you go somewhere else. We Indian want to stick to Vedas, and for us Vedas are the highest ultimate truth.
It may be true. I have never read or I have never heard about this, that he was expelled from India.
Means, okay, go, because हमको वेदा चाहिए.
Tadi par, right?
Huh? What?
Tadi par kar diya.
Study part. No, no, but his, the place he died is still in India. Still there.
Yeah, of course, India has
Sorry?
religions
The place
are
he
there.
died is in India.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't
So just to leave his body, he went back to India again. See, there are many mental concoctions. I don't want to minimize what people say, but there are many mental speculations. So we need to see what is authentic, what is mentioned in the scriptures, right? The scriptures which are compiled by Vyasadeva himself, right? So coming back to that.
Is Buddha mentioned in the scripture?
Yes, in Bhagavatam, yes.
He's known
Very,
as one
very.
of the incarnations.
Sorry?
Isn't he known as one of the incarnations?
Yes. The 9th one. The 10th one will be Kalki.
Yeah.
No,
Right?
I know that. I always thought that the Bhagavatam was written at the time of Krishna. So
That is a prophecy, no?
yeah.
Vyasadeva has done a prophecy that in future these incarnations will come. And Kalki, not only the form Kalki is mentioned, but his location also is mentioned. His parents' name also mentioned. Name mentioned that he will be born there. Somewhere, I think, somewhere in the eastern part of India, near Calcutta. So in childhood, when I was reading Bhagavatam, I read, then I told my parents, better we migrate, we go to Calcutta, then Lord Vishnu will come in our family. So yes, the family also, my parents' names also mentioned in that. So that's the 10th incarnation. It will happen at the end of Kali Yuga. Now, Kali Yuga has just started. Kali Yuga has just started. Total duration is 432,000 years. 5.5. Yeah. So when Krishna left the planet, Kali Yuga started 5,500 years ago. So this is in nutshell, I just wanted to share with you. So other point, because this question was sent to me and the person told me not to disclose the name. Have you heard about Big Bang Theory? It's very common in the Western world. They say that's a cause of creation, right? Right? Simple logical question I want to ask. When two objects collide, suppose two cars, two vehicles, they collide, accident happens. Can any accident cause creation? Accidents cause creation or destruction? Right? Logically, it doesn't make sense, right? So this is the Western concept. They come up with these kind of theories, which don't even make some logical sense. The two planets collided and the creation happened.
They also don't believe in reincarnation.
Yes.
That's the biggest
Yes. Now see, if we say that they two planets, they say they collided. Now who created those two planets? Creation already happened. That means, right? Now you are saying that Big Bang is the cause of creation. Then how this works?
Nothing and then explosion happens. It's not two planets colliding.
Okay.
It is just that there's nothing. Literally, they don't know what it is, and it just expanded.
But there should be some cause of that expansion, no? Explosion, whatever you call it, Big Bang. There should be some cause behind, and somebody should be responsible to make that happen, right? So logically, it doesn't make sense. And what you mentioned about, they don't believe in reincarnation, particularly Christians, strong Christians, they don't believe in reincarnation, right? So I come across many Christian clients, and this kind of discussion happens. So they say that, why, I ask them actually, why you say there is no reincarnation? Because they say this is only life. After this, we have to wait till the time of what they call judgment day, right? Right? So I said, then why people are born? Oh, because they want to experience some things. We want to experience, that's why we come to this planet in the human form. Then sometimes when they become friendly, I take this liberty to speak to them openly. I say, who is in his right mind would want to experience to be born in a very poor family, disabled body, right? Nobody in the right form will do that. So in our Vedic culture, we say, the karma is responsible. The choice is not ours. The decision is made by the higher authorities based on our karma.
Choice is ours, no?
Sorry?
Choice is ours indirectly because we are doing those actions.
Yes,
Our
our karma becomes a decisive factor. So decision is made by the higher authorities, not by us. We can make, what you said, Anushkaji, we can make the decision what kind of karma. That free will we have. So if we misuse the free will, then the subsequent form, the next form, will not be so much according to our desire. So that's why, what actions we take, that's very important. And then the right decision can be made when our intelligence is connected by our soul, our consciousness, proper consciousness. We call Chaitya Guru, Lord Krishna in the Guru form in our heart. So when that connection is there, then the right decisions are made. Otherwise, we make wrong decisions. Normally, it is that our energy, we have 7,272,210 energy channels. So energy is flowing downward, outward, and that's why we feel depleted at the end of the day, very tired. Correct? Because the energy, the source of energy is the soul. Then the energy is transferred to the ego, from ego to the intelligence, to the mind, to the senses, then to the sense organs, and then towards the sense objects. We get attracted to the sense objects. Correct? Now, if that flow is reversed,
bad, no?
No, actually, that's good.
Good. Then we are attracted to objects and then more.
That's a normal flow. That's a normal flow. But I'm talking about reversing that flow. The flow is called dhara, right? So when the opposite word of dhara is radha. Correct? So when that flow is reversed from the sense objects to the sense organs, to the senses, to the mind, to the intelligence, to the ego and the consciousness, and then connected with the soul, then we deserve the blessings of Srimati Radharani and Krishna's bhakti. So that flow is to be reversed, but it's very difficult, very, very difficult. In theory, we may know all these things, but to implement those things, to practically apply in our life, it becomes very difficult. Only the possibility can become easier when we have the association of right people who are able to do that, who can remind us to do that. For that reason, satsang association is very, very important. Right? So these things I wanted to touch when we talk about the cosmic creation in the second canto. Any question? Any point you want to raise?
I have one question. You said Ashura, okay, when he was born, after he was born, he was in Satya Yuga, right? Then when he come to other Yuga, In Satya Yuga, those people were very large and big. But when you come to other Yuga, those people came down shorter and shorter. So, did he adjust himself or he was the same?
You same.
So then by the time he comes to Treta, then people have to go huge.
Yes. He was huge. He was big, very big. Like since you raised this point, you know, what's the name of Balaram's wife? Does anyone know? Revati. She was the daughter of King Revat. So that also she appeared in the Satya Yuga. So King Revat could not find a suitable man who could marry his daughter on the whole earth planet. So he, to lodge a complaint, he went to Brahmaloka with his daughter. Why haven't you created somebody who is suitable, who can be suitable for my daughter to be her husband? Now in Brahmaloka, he had to wait to meet Lord Brahma. Few minutes. By that time, the yugas changed here. So Brahma told Revat, King Revat, that now suitable person is there, Balaram. So you can give your daughter in marriage to him. So when they came, Balaram saw Revati so tall. So he used his plow, shrunk her to the same height, like his height was there.
Revati would have been older than Parshurama.
Yes. But she was born in Satya Yuga. The lifespan in Satya Yuga is 100,000 years. So DNA was like that. So in Dwapar Yuga also she was looking very young. Very, very beautiful. So point out what you raised. Yes. They used to be very big, very tall. And in Kali Yuga, the height of human beings will be like the size of a thumb. So small. The earth element is shrinking. Earth also is shrinking. Earth element in our body's structure is mainly caused by the earth element, right? Muscles and bones. So earth is shrinking, earth element is shrinking. And the longest life people will live 6 years.
That's towards the end.
Towards the end.
Then when you are 6-year-old, सारी जो अभी progress होता है construction, bridges, ये वो कुछ नहीं हो पाएगा बेटा. Somebody of 6-year-old क्या कर सकता है? कुछ नहीं कर सकता. जानवरों जैसे होंगे हम. That's the reason it is mentioned that we need to take advantage of this time where Krishna has allowed us to take birth. We are born in this time. So take advantage of this and just get out of this world. Get out of this material creation. No need to come back. As I said, once in the session, that we don't know when we qualify to be born in the human form. We don't know after how many thousands of years. There won't be any temples, no science center, nothing will be there. So then we'll be lost, completely lost. Then the cycle will happen, action, reaction, action, reaction. So our actions also will be very whimsical, will be behave according to instincts, like animals. They just follow their instincts. They don't use their rational intelligence. Whether that action, what I'm going to take, it will be good for me or not. What would be the consequences? They don't think about this. So we'll become like that. Only we'll be in the human form, but our consciousness will be like animals. Already we are seeing that in the human society. People are born in the human form, but actually their thinking is like animals. Their actions are like animals. Right? Any other question? I don't have a question. We were talking about the आपने बोला कि fish avatar में go take in a boat and take all the herbs and all that. I had read, I studied in Christian school, and in Christianity, in the Bible, it's written that Noah's Ark. Anybody has heard Noah's Ark?
In every culture there is.
Yeah.
That cave. It's in every culture.
Yes.
So Noah's Ark, वही बोल रहे हैं, Ark is that big boat, and उसमें लिखा है कि Noah's Ark, God told Noah, this guy, Noah, whatever his name, take one species of every animal. That's what is mentioned. But herbs and all that I had not heard.
Pair of animals.
Pair of, so male, female, male, every turtle, horse,
So they can start the reproduction.
So the reproduction. But somehow herb is not mentioned, which now I find it very more complete. Makes sense because then khana bhi to chahiye, medicine khana hai na, that they never thought of it.
See, when we try to copy from the original text, so many things we miss, right? Right. So yes, these things are very elaborately mentioned. I just touched those points, in very brief, very elaborately mentioned in the Bhagavatam. Now, why Saptarishi did? Lord Vishnu did not ask King Satyavrata to take this pairs, what you said, the human beings and all that, because Saptarishis, they were able to reproduce, correct, progeny. So that's why whenever you do any sankalp or something before ceremony, the priest asks, what's your gotra? So any of the Saptarishis, that gotra is there, and generally they say Kashyapa gotra, right? So the main people who can use their seeds for procreation, those were saved. Yeah. So our Vedic culture, the things which I mentioned in the Bhagavatam particularly, of course, spiritual benefits, no doubt they bestow upon us, but even our logical sense also becomes sharper. We understand things in a better way. So my suggestion to you, my humble request, a few times I've already mentioned in the messages also, please read before you come for the discussion. Please read. Then then it becomes more interactive. Yeah.
I know with this serials, TVs, movies, but
that actually, for such things, strictly speaking, we should not use the word knowledge. That's only information. Knowledge is, what we get from the scriptures. That's knowledge. Gyan. Right? Gyan is that subject matter which can help us to be freed from the entanglement. The serials and all that, they are quite binding. They entangle us like a web. Right? Sorry? Yeah.
We all watch it, every individual has their own way of interpreting the scriptures. Every school of belief also has their own way. So when you watch serials, it depends on who's creating it, right?
Yeah.
That's why when you see the old Mahapuran, or the old is much better than the newer ones. Sometimes it just depends on the.
See, because most of these serial producers, their main objective is to make it more entertaining.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. It's for entertainment.
Yes.
But I still feel like I don't watch these serials. I watch other useless serials on Netflix, but I would say it's at least better to watch the new Mahabharata than to watch.
The Kurukshetra on Netflix is good, but the anime is very, very good. Even the Japanese Ramayana anime is very good.
That's what I've heard. The
Japanese
Japanese
Ramayana
Ramayana is very good. It's on Netflix?
No,
it's on YouTube.
The Japanese Ramayana.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just made by a Japanese thing, but everything is.
I've
from
heard,
our
I've
Ramayana.
heard this Japanese
He's done a
Ramayana is
very
very
good.
Yeah.
But my point is, you rather watch those. Still better to watch those than the ones that I watch. But like the Netflix.
I understand.
Like the useless.
See, when the original Mahabharata, it came in early 80s, 81, 82, by B.R. Chopra.
That was pretty decent. Well, I don't know.
Sorry?
I thought that
Was
quite
decent.
good.
That
Well
was my
made.
first exposure to Mahabharata.
When was that? Sorry?
No, she's saying that was quite good.
Yeah.
So even the Krishna series, a lot of people watch.
Yes. Because see, those producers, like B.R. Chopra, the Ramanand Sagar, who produced Ramayana and then Krishna, they wrote the script based on the Bhagavatam mainly. Krishna is based on Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
And Ramayana is mainly Ramcharitmanas, Tulsidas Ramcharitmanas and Valmiki Ramayana. And Mahabharata also was made by B.R. Chopra, based on the Vyasadev's Mahabharata. So not so much of mental concoction there.
Yeah.
But after that, then Mahabharata was produced by Sanjay Khan, Firoz Khan's brother. Right? Did you see?
I I didn't watch that.
Yeah, which I used to feel, अरे एक मुस्लिम हमारी चीजें बना रहा है, so बहुत काफी मसाला वसाला डाल के more
Yes,
entertaining.
that was the
I never
objective.
saw it.
Yeah,
That was the
is
intention and
more-
objective behind producing Mahabharata. Because once I was in Mumbai in mid-90s when this was produced, so it was that also was telecast on Sundays. So I just was watching. I was at home in Mumbai. I was shocked that episode when I watched what they showed in that episode. Krishna is telling Draupadi that I already have 16,108 wives. I cannot marry you, but we can remain boyfriend and girlfriend.
What?
Yes. My father got so angry, he just switched off the TV. He said, no, what nonsense is that? Then he said, Jatta hai na, Sindhi. Jatta hai na. So, Jatta ji, Jatta damag yahi halanda.
No, but there worse than that. There's some like novels that they've made, like based on Mahabharata and some Draupadi novels. Like I once came
Yeah, and all
across it.
stupidity like Sita is Ravan's daughter or Ravan, पता नहीं क्या बकवास लिखते हैं.
So they made up
Yeah,
stories.
someone
You know, like
just
based
destroyed
on Draupadi,
Ravan.
then they talk about what it was before. Or there's one series I saw that's called like almost like the Judgment Day. I
Ah.
don't know, is it Kurukshetra?
Yeah, I think I watched a little bit of that. I couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
It was
I
like
stopped watching.
everybody has died,
Yeah.
and after they've died, the Pandavas are sitting one side and the Kauravas are sitting one side, and
I know what you're
there's
talking
one person. I don't know
I
who is
never
the one.
watched that.
There's somebody who
It
is
was
the judge.
very sad. You didn't
Like
need to
almost
watch
like
it.
they bring out two people who
Huh.
have complaints against each other,
Wow.
and then the Kauravas will say Draupadi or like the mother. The stories are correct, but the whole concept is wrong.
Hmm.
Like
It
when
just tells you, because I guess it's mentioned in the scriptures that Duryodhan and all, Duryodhan actually goes to heaven.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, that's true.
Yes,
And
yes.
none of the Pandava goes to heaven.
No, Pandavas also.
All the Pandavas.
Only see what happened since we are talking. Oh, you have time? You have any commitment?
I have to go.
Yeah. We can do
Just-
that next
20
week.
minutes.
Okay, okay.
No, finish
No,
because
no,
जब बात
no,
खुली
no.
है फिर भूल जाएंगे.
Dr. Sham is done.
बात खुल जाएंगे.
Tell him to
भूल
come.
जाएंगे.
Call him up.
He has a car. He has a car.
Okay, continue.
Okay,
Okay.
2-3 minutes. Yeah.
See, the thing is that when Pandavas, after the coronation ceremony they did for Parikshit Maharaj, they start walking on the Himalayas,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
So one by one
They
they're falling, correct?
The dog goes first.
Sorry?
The dog goes first.
No, first
the
first
dog
Draupadi,
stays.
first all these Pandavas, only Yudhishthira and the dog.
Dog
Only
remains.
Yudhishthira,
They remain.
They remain. Yeah.
So when Lord Indra came to receive Maharaj Yudhishthira,
Right.
so Maharaj Yudhishthira said the dog also is qualified to go
Yeah.
with me because I cannot leave him alone. My brothers, my wife, they left me, but he's still with me, my companion. So I cannot go without him. So then Lord Indra,
Sorry, when they fell, they all fell to go where?
they went to heaven.
Heaven.
Heaven. They still went to heaven.
Yeah, they all went to heaven.
But they had to die before going to heaven because
Correct.
of whatever reasons they had. Like Draupadi, they said because of Arjuna, like
Partial to
love,
Arjuna.
partiality to Arjuna. So they died, but they couldn't go as a
In the
living
same body.
being to heaven.
Yeah.
Except Yudhishthira.
Yeah.
Okay. But they did go
Yudhishthira-
to heaven, even though they fell.
No, they went to heaven.
Yeah.
I'm coming to that. So Maharaj Yudhishthira's only right to melted, but he could go in his whole body to
Yeah.
the heavenly planet. So when he said, that dog also should come with me, then dog, who was actually Dharamraj himself,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's why in India it's this kind of common practice in the morning when the women they cook, housewives they cook. So first roti they offer to cow, second roti they offer to dog.
Yeah.
Because he's considered as Dharamraj.
Yeah.
Correct? That's why he's very faithful. So when Maharaj Yudhishthira went to the heavenly planets in the same form, when he went there, he saw Kauravas, he saw Shakuni also there, and everybody. He could not see his brothers and his wife. So he asked the demigod, why are my brothers not there? They said, Lord Indra has asked us to take you somewhere. You will find your brothers and wife there. So they took him to hell. So there he heard
Yeah.
the voices of his wife, his brothers.
Yeah.
We are here. So he was feeling very painful at that time.
Mm.
So at that time, Lord Indra appeared. So he said, now whatever time you have to spend in the hell because of the consequence of you lied to your guru, now that time is over. You can go back and you can see your brothers and your wife there in the heavenly planets. But when he was leaving at that time, other living beings, I mean, in the hellish planet, they were saying, why don't you stay here? Since you have come here, we have forgotten our pain. So Maharaj Yudhishthira wanted to stay there for their sake. Yes, he was. So Indra was so pleased with him. So he said, no, these people are suffering because of their karma. You're not responsible for that. But now, because you still have that earthly emotions, so to get rid of that earthly emotion so that you can be very friendly with the Kauravas also, of course he was, before also he was very friendly, he did not have any inimical feeling against them. So he made him take bath in a pond. Then he went to the heavenly planet. Then he saw his brothers and his wife. They were there. So sometimes people they ask, the Duryodhan Kauravas, they were so bad. How could they be elevated to the heavenly planet? But the script they were given, they performed their role very well.
I can add a little bit because just last night I watched Mahabharat, the episode I told you where the Gita he's giving the Gyan to Arjuna, and Gyan dene se pehle he brought both the sides and at Kurukshetra, and then this is yesterday. I just was so fresh in my head. So then Krishna says, according to Mahabharata, the new Mahabharata, according to that he say this Kurukshetra is a place, holy place, dharma kshetra hai, and Parshuram ne it's something of Parshuram's ye Kurukshetra hai or something to do with Parshuram, and his Parshuram blessing is that whoever dies in this Kurukshetra in the war, whoever dies, never mind which side you are, will definitely go to heaven.
Yeah.
So even Duryodhan side went to heaven. And that's what last night I heard.
They were playing Krishna's Leelas.
Huh?
They were playing Krishna's Leelas, so they all had to.
Yeah, but
in that.
Like we wonder why Duryodhan being so mean.
Yes.
How could he go to heaven?
Yeah, that's what I was also wondering.
Yeah.
In that Ashwathama did not play the role well because he got carried away by his own emotions. That's why he had that gem here. It was removed. So he's immortal, but he's feeling that pain in the wound. He's still alive, but he's feeling the pain. Right? So thank you for that attention.
From the war, everybody goes to heaven.
I got something for you.
Yeah. Except Ashwathama, who is still alive.
Ashwathama, Kripacharya, and Krituvarma. They are alive. Hare Krishna. Where is your husband?